Full time at Anfield, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1. And really, there's nowhere else to start by saying that it feels like the end of Arsene Wenger's reign as Arsenal manager creeps ever closer. Um, this match was a great opportunity for him to, I don't know, to win back some of the fans who maybe are losing faith in him, to prove that he can get Arsenal to do it in the big away games. He's got two big away games, left between now and the end of the season. You think of this one, you think of Spurs. This one's gone now, and gone in a manner that really has done him few favours. Everyone's going to be talking about the decision to omit Alexis Sanchez. If the problem is that Arsenal do the same things in these games time after time, then I guess you've got to give Arsenal a measure of credit for trying something different. But why on earth leaving out our best player, arguably the best player in the Premier League, would be that thing? If you think of the things he could have changed the system. He could have gone with three more compact central midfielders rather than a two with a number 10. He could have, gone to two banks of four. He could have gone with Welbeck up top. He could have tried plenty of different things. He could have put Alexis as a number 10 in the absence of Mesut Ozil, which I think is something worth considering. But how far down that list, leaving out Coquelin, a lot of people have been championing that idea. How far down the list leaving out Alexis Sanchez is? I mean, it's been sold as a strategic decision. To me, it felt like a power play. And it's one that's backfired. And Arsene Wenger knows it's backfired. He knew by half-time, because Arsenal were 2-0 down, and were it not for a couple of good saves from Petr Cech, would have been 3 or 4. Coutinho came close a couple of times. And we just weren't really in the game. And the second half was better. Alexis came on. Arsenal were lifted, and it's not even just about Alexis' contribution. He did create a goal for Danny Welbeck. It's about the lift that gave the side and the belief. It makes a difference, something like that, having your best player on the pitch. It can raise the game. It can make you feel like, well, maybe we've got a chance now. And Arsenal looked like that. They looked like they had more belief. There were a couple of other things that helped. Oxlade-Chamberlain coming centrally rather than out wide. A better tempo, better in possession. But it wasn't enough. 3-1, they got the late goal in stoppage time. We were caught on the break. I don't want to dwell on that. The fact is, Arsenal lost this game in the first half with a dreadful start, another dreadful start. And so much of that has to go down to the manager. He spoke before the game about being proactive, about being on the front foot. Well, number one, I don't know who in the squad embodies those qualities more than Alexis Sanchez. And number two, does it feel like a proactive message to leave out your top goal scorer? Your two top goal scorers, if you count Theo Walcott. I'm not sure it does. And, Olivier Giroud was effectively started in his place. I found that bizarre. Giroud had some good moments, but he looked injured most of the game. I mean, from the minute he came on, he seemed to be doing a warm down. And we had this problem, I think it was against Watford, someone like that, where Giroud was injured and left on too long. Did it again, as far as I'm concerned, today. It felt like making a point. It felt like Arsene kind of lashing out, trying to prove his authority. And the problem is that his authority is on the wane at Arsenal. And as far as the fans are concerned, I think more of them are going to be inclined to see it from Alexis Sanchez's point of view and side with him than the manager, because frankly, he's outperformed the manager this season. We were lucky that United didn't beat Bournemouth. They missed a penalty in that game. It means we're, closer to Champions League qualification than we otherwise would have been. But it's difficult to see us doing it. And frankly, even if we do, the problems go so deep now that I find it increasingly hard to see a way back for the manager. I guess today was a chance to sort of maybe ignite some hope that he could do enough to win the fans back. And that opportunity went by, and not only did it go by, it was compounded by a very strange decision from him that will do him few favours with the supporters. An unsurprising defeat. There you go.